is the Commissioner Emily Shea, we can call her Commissioner. She's the Commission of Affairs of the Elderly in Boston, and I always love that, Affairs of the Elderly. Emily has a MSW in Clinical Social Work, MPH in Health Service Administration, and both from BU. Did I leave anything out there? No. She's worked in Boston in the field of elderly service for many years, and FriendshipWorks knows the most important thing about Commissioner Shea, and that is that her heart is sincerely with us as we volunteer with isolated people. And she was going to tell us a bit about that tonight. Emily?
Hi, everybody. Such technology. So I guess better late than never. I'm sorry, I'm a little delayed tonight, but I'm so glad to be here. I wouldn't have missed this, and I've got my FriendshipWorks pin on. So Janet and Lois invited me here tonight to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is volunteering. And so everyone in this room, I'm sure, knows that volunteering is a good thing to do because you all do it, right? So what do you get out of volunteering?
Knowing people and loving them.
Yeah, that
They love you
connection,
right back,
that
too.
connection with people,
Yeah.
right? What else? Anything else?
Especially if it's the same client over and over for years.
Yeah, so you get to make that relationship. Yeah. It's a quiet group tonight. I bet you didn't know this was audience participation. Oh yes, over here.
Knowing you're making a difference for someone?
Yeah, yeah. That really warms your heart, doesn't it? Knowing you're making a difference.
Well, putting sunshine in somebody else's heart.
Yeah. That's a nice way to say it. Putting sunshine in someone's heart.
Receiving from them as well as giving.
Yeah, yeah. Getting back as much as you give, right? Good. Well, those are all great answers, and we can always, we know volunteering is a good thing to do. We can really see its impact on others, and we know now that volunteering is actually not just a good thing to do, but it has real health benefits for the volunteers. So according to the Corporation for National and Community Service, volunteers actually have lower mortality rates, greater functional ability, and lower rates of depression later in life. So that's so important to remember, that not only do you feel like you're getting a lot back in return, you're actually getting a lot of health and both physical and mental health benefits from volunteering. So by volunteering, we become part of a team, we meet friends, we make social connections. And studies have shown that the improved physical and mental health from volunteering is due to a personal sense of accomplishment. So you probably all feel that when you volunteer, right? It can provide a sense of purpose for people, which is so important to all of us. So many of Boston's older adults actually volunteer, and I see a few folks in this room who I know have been in some volunteer programs specifically for older adults. And right now, older adults are working with children in schools on developmental skills and reading. They're working with frail older adults in the community, providing companionship service. They're giving tours of the State House, working with our veterans in the community, helping other older adults navigate really complicated hospital systems. Older adults are using their skills to fill critical gaps in our community service structure. But also while also being engaged and active themselves. And we really need to be able to continue to build these opportunities and recruit and support older volunteers for the good of our community. Older adults are a resource, and I think too many times our society, our community looks at older adults and they think of them as a drain. But older adults are a real resource that can give back to the community, and we can't afford to ignore that. We also need volunteers to help support our older adults in the community, which is what all of you do. We currently have over 88,000 older adults in the city of Boston, and volunteers play a critical role in keeping them in the community for as long as possible. Volunteers make organizations like FriendshipWorks run, right? Would you be here without your volunteers? Nope. So without organizations like FriendshipWorks, Boston wouldn't have the capacity for a friendly visiting network. We wouldn't have volunteers to help older adults with money management. Volunteers are out there doing money management for older adults. They're serving as nursing home ombudsmen, listening to complaints of nursing home residents and helping to fix and solve those issues that come up when you're in a nursing home. Volunteers are providing critical companionship services, doing things like I'm sure all of you do, helping to read the mail, shoveling snow, helping with paperwork. We have volunteers that are trained to help folks with taxes. Our Shine volunteers in the city are trained to help older adults understand and navigate a really complicated system of, really complicated care system. Volunteers are helping older adults with transportation. They're delivering home-delivered meals to our homebound older adults, assisting in senior centers and adult day health programs. You know, they're really all over the community, and we couldn't have the service system that we have without the help of people like you. By 2020, we're going to have over 105,000 older adults in the city of Boston, and that number is just going to continue to grow as our baby boomers age into being older adults. The first baby boomers actually turned 66 this year, so we're just really at the very tip of the iceberg in terms of that age wave that's coming on. And I can assure you, and I'm sure Janet can second this, that the growth in our aging service budgets is not going to keep up with the pace with the growth of our older adult population. So, you know, I'm putting a challenge out there to everybody tonight. How do we work together in the city to make sure that our older adults in the city can age with dignity, with the support that they need, and with the social connection that they deserve in our community? It's not a government or an agency problem that we have and that we're going to continue to face. It's really a community problem, and it's only by working together that we can help to solve those issues. So I hope you all will continue to work with us. My boss, Mayor Menino, always says we're only as strong as our partners, and I think that certainly is true here. FriendshipWorks couldn't exist without the help of all of its volunteers that make the work happen, whether it's office volunteers, medical escorts, friendly visitors, like Candida de Amistad, my Spanish is Strong for Life or Pet Pals. You are what makes a difference in the lives of older adults in our community, so thank you so much.